Okay, what is this video about today? It's about two motherboards that was found in the garbage. Someone asked me if I wanted them, and I said, yeah, sure. They are pretty old. They're not newer boards, just say that. Physically, this one doesn't seem bad. Doesn't have the brackets for, this is AM2, maybe? AM2 plus, AM, yeah. But it has a lot of thermal paste. A lot of thermal paste right here. This is RAM I put in myself, so it's 4 gigs of RAM. CMOS batteries in here. All the capacitors look good. Yeah, all the capacitors look good. So this is one of the test. It has VGA, 2 USB, 4 USB ports. Don't know if they're 1 or 2 or whatever. Audio. Okay, no cooler, so I'm gonna just stick my Cooler Master Hyper 212 up to it to test it. And this next one, another board, I don't know who makes it. This obviously is a HP motherboard. It has a Intel Pentium 4. I think it's a 630 running at 3 gigahertz. Another thing, I put this RAM in myself. This is 4 gigs of RAM. I'm sure all this RAM works. I do see the CMOS batteries out of it, and it looks like by stock doesn't have the 16x lane on it. 2 SATA ports here, IDE, floppy drive. Maybe this has some bad capacitors in it. Looks like one right here is bulging, is marked right here, and then this one's marked right here. These two are marked up here, and they're dented inward, and it looks like they are kind of, looks like they're coming bulging from the bottom part. Everything else seems good, so I'm gonna hook, I guess I'll hook this one up first and see what it does. So I'm gonna hook it to VGA. Power line, and I haven't put my power supply in my main system. It's a 650 GQ 80 plus gold rated power supply. Trying to get that where the board isn't hitting funny. CPU power. And it did have the little power button on it, the 2 LEDs. I am just going to plug this in with no thermal paste. Where is my thermal pad actually? Normally I have a little thermal pad that's reusable. I usually stick on this stuff. I don't know where it's at. Oh. It seems like the CPU's kind of really warped. Okay, plug it in. Wow, kind of instantly powered up. You see, oh, okay, so it just instantly powered on and is doing a RAM check. Dang, it's running low. Look at that. Man, that fan's running fast. Look at that. Watch this. Put my hand in front of it. Look. Woo. It's like the magic trick they do on TV where they hit they hit tin foil. They look like they're magic. Ooh, look at me, I'm magic. It's still doing a RAM check. The board powered up, even that, like these two right here. Now I'm pointing at these capacitors here. Definitely can tell they're bad. They're lifting up from the board. I do have that other board I fixed, so I could put that other HP board that I fixed by changing the capacitors. I could swap the cooler and put it on here if this supports a better CPU. Has four sticks of RAM. Still doing like a, maybe I should have put less memory in it, as it's still doing memory check. Let's grab these here. Boot menu setup F10. Oh no keyboard hooked up. So let's hook in. That's kind of snug. Let's see if it goes to setup. It's going to be forever, right? But I want to see if all RAM slots work. Hey. Yeah, that's pretty odd. It's nice that at least it came with the power button, because it's like, see, they're both working. You just get this message. Input source out of range. Oh, so it's an HP oh my, I can't even say it, but it's a DC 5100 MT, and then it says PZ582UA. Version is 0.07. Yeah, that's gonna take forever. It's like not even a gig yet, and there's 4 in here. Monitor going to sleep with an image on it. That the monitor going to sleep. That's why I don't like this monitor. It had an image on it, and it goes to sleep with an image on it because it's not in the range it likes for resolution. Yeah, that my old media center I just recently sold the other day. After tons of people saying they're going to show up, and none of them are the same thing you get off of Facebook. Can you send me your number? No, I can't send you my number. And then you ask them, like, what do you need my number for? What honestly do you need my phone number for? It's like, you just like, oh, can I get your number? And you mess them back. What do you need my number for? We could just talk on Facebook, and they're always the same thing. I don't use Facebook. I'm not that active on Facebook. So then I reply back. It's like, oh, you're not that active on Facebook, but you're responding to this ad within minutes of it being posted. It probably just hit. Yeah, it's all bots doing that, but still, it's like instantly, like program it to take that input as a new source, and like don't message someone right away. They're you know, if there any kind of thinking behind it, I'm like, man, this is just posted. Why is this guy instantly replying to me and then just asking for my number? even if I see an ad like comes up, unless it's super good, I wait a little time. I give a little bit of time, and I put a message in that's like something directly about whatever they're selling. They're selling a motherboard. I'm like, hey, what is the lowest you take? And they reply, yeah, it's a good price. I usually buy it, but most of the time it's not in this area. If I could go on eBay and buy it for cheaper or the same price, I'll just buy it off of eBay, because at least I have some kind of guarantee on it. And how slow that is, it makes me want to like, shit, look at that. Damn, it's almost at 2,000 megabytes, almost 2 gigs out of the 4. I just want to drop in the settings and see what's up. Yeah, I wouldn't, like, I'm not active. I'm not active on Facebook that much, but you've seen the posts like probably before anybody else. Like, your ad's here. It's being under review. Ad posted. Bing, bing, you got a message. Dang, Facebook just posted it, and I got a message already. It just went to sleep again. It's like, dang, you get them like, I actually don't get them unless if I put the ad on Marketplace directly. I don't really see a lot of that. But if I post it to like a third party, thing that's helping you sell, like in my area, this, then insert the name of the area and sell trade. If I put them on them kind of things, that's when I get the numbers scammer dudes trying to come up. Or you'll get messages on there for ads like, oh, I really like your post. I try to send you a friend's request, but it wouldn't let me. Can you send me one? No, I can't. Unless even my own family members, I got tons of like friends requests or family members. Unless they call me or text me and like say, hey, I had to make a new Facebook account. I'm gonna send you an invite. Can you accept it? I won't accept it, because Facebook accounts get hacked so much. It's like you accept it, and then they ask some stupid questions like. Someone tried to make an account with my mom's name and then asked me stupid ass questions like the questions that your mom wouldn't ask you. Like, no, block and report. And then Facebook's reporting systems like absolutely become kind of garbage. So now we're at 2.4 gigs, 2,400 megabytes. But yeah, their reporting system's garbage. Like, I seen a post of something and their comments are just loaded, like saying, hey, this is a scam. This is a scam. So you report it as a scam, and then a couple of days later, a week later, whatever, Facebook would send you a message saying, oh, we don't feel this is a scam. Clearly it's a scam. You can read, right? You can read, this is a scam. But no, people are like, shit. Oh, they paid us to have this ad up and to show it to more people. So yeah, it can't be a scam, That's super. Yeah, it's going pretty good though. It's still running. Pretty warm. It's pretty warm. Look at it right here. It's kind of warm. Huge heat sink, pretty warm. But that's pretty warm too. LED light, I'm not for sure. Just an indicator to tell you it's on. But look, what's weird is screen goes back to sleep again, even faster that time. What's weird is one of these should. I don't know if you can see it. Like, block the light. I got way too much light. Like, one of these should be hard drive indicator light, and one should be just a power light, and they're both fully lit. Like, yeah, they're both fully lit. even that there's no hard drive hooked up to it. I have no idea what I'd do this board with no case, no power supply. The time you got all that stuff, I guess you could have just bought probably the computer that this board came in. I'll keep it, you know, throw it in a box, probably in this box here, and keep it as one of my test boards. See if I have any old capacitors, you know, that match these here, these two here, and this one here. The rest, and this one here, the rest look fine. And just keep this as a backup to the text motherboards. So now we are at 3.15 gigs. Yeah, the other system was pretty hard to get rid of. Kind of. Well, it wasn't really hard to get rid of that other HP system that I had that I swapped in the other case. But yeah, I had tons of people like messaging, here we go, we got a message, front USB port not connected, for audio not connected, case fan not detected, system, your system configuration has changed since the last boot. Huh. Okay. Save. Let's see if it still goes in the settings, into the BIOS. HP. F10. F10. Ooh. Okay, system info. Probably not going to tell you anything. So then it is, and yeah, it's got what you need to see on here. It's block the camera with my finger, but check this out. There's specs. Okay, it's showing all 4 gigs of RAM. That's what I wanted to see. Pentium 4 running at 3 gigahertz. So it is a DC 5100. Pretty nice. Now at least I can look and see what CPU this supports. If I can get, you know, I don't know what CPU that exactly is. Maybe it has hyper-threading. Try not to block the camera. So no mouse function. So no mouse function with this board. About. So that doesn't tell you really anything. Nothing. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you too much else about it. Device configuration, security, power, advanced. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you too much else. So just go ahead and switch over. Just unplug this guy. Oops. That guy's warm. So it does turn on and boot. Man, that's annoying. These clip, when they do the power button this way, it's kind of annoying to clip this. And yeah, that's nice and toasty. Yeah, that's kind of toasty. The CPU, come back here, down. The CPU is actually pretty warm, but this is cooling off pretty fast. This was actually warmer than the CPU. Now the CPU is warmer than this because it's, you know, obviously heatsink on it. But yeah, it actually works. Don't know what I do with it. Does have a button for CMOS. See that? Must reset. No CMOS battery in it, so it's already reset. The rest of the board physically looks fine. Besides little rust down here. Two SATA ports. Yeah, IDE. Maybe I can recheck this in a minute. See if one of my IDE. What? Yeah, my IDE hard drives I have that has Windows 7 pre-installed on it. Everything else seems really good. There's no corrosion on the board. Yeah, there's no corrosion on the board. It's the back, I guess it's take that back out like that. Yeah, you can see physically the board looks okay, besides that one spot. And here, little rust. Everything else looks fine. So, hook this one in. Same thing, VGA. This time I'll remember to hook in the keyboard and mouse. So then this one, this system here is obviously an ITE. Okay. This is, what is this? It looks like a Athlon 64 X2. Can't barely see it. Like a 55, like a 5000 series CPU. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Guess. See if this works. It's another one. It's going found in the garbage. Nice of them to think of me. Okay. Plugging it back in. You see, this one automatically just kind of boots in. I guess I could turn this fan around and actually see the fan. Okay. Hooking in. So right here would be the reset, the power button. This one here is power LED, reset, hard drive indicator, and that one's reset. So you just hook this the top. Usually white is as ground, and they go this way, which is marked on here. Hook that in here. That's good to go. The power button, it is powering. At least the fan's spinning up. You see if we're gonna get an image. Okay, monitor going to sleep. Okay, sorry. Try powering it. Trying to power the board off. Holding the power button to force it, you see what happens. Okay, so it did turn off. Try this again. And no image. So it's saying no signal. No signal. Okay, maybe the second board is non-functional. Cut it off by the power switch. And this is the board I was saying all the capacitors look good. This board looks fine. Guess I have to troubleshoot it some more. Let's power it up. See if we're gonna get an image or not. I'm guessing no, because the screen hasn't even woke back up. Yeah, saying no signal, no signal. Monitor going to sleep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's cold. Like, yeah, there's no heat. Oh my. Did you just notice what I just did? No power. Yeah, that might help. Right here might help, you know. That might help. Plugging that in. Yeah, plugging that in might help a little bit. How many of you seen that? How long have you been doing this? More than 20 years? Oh, yeah. That's okay. That's okay, yeah. Okay, so yes. Try this again. This time with the 4-pin actually plugged in. And let's try this again. I wonder why. I wonder why it doesn't turn on. So just try this again. Hit the power switch. Okay, the fan's spinning up. Okay. What do we get? Anything? Anything at all? Oh, we got a beep that time. But it's saying, okay, yes, okay. Yeah, still, yeah, it's a monitor, okay? So it is an Athlon 64. It is a 5,000 plus CPU. It's a dual core. Dual core in this one. Drives detected? None. That's cool. Like to see that. Where is setup? F2. Just get in the setup. F2. Ooh. Oh, it still has the time and date on it. Did you see this? September 23rd, 2023. Okay. It is actually 12:38. So saying 11:30? Okay, that's not far off. System info. That's all you get. BIOS info 1.0.3. Service tag. This is info. System info. That's all it's giving me. Okay, advanced settings. So then it tells me, tells me again the CPU, AMD Athlon 64 X2 dual core processor, 5,000 plus. It runs at 2.6 gigahertz. Yeah, 6.2 gigahertz. Yeah, sounds nice. Cache. Ooh, look at the cache. Cache RAM. 511K times 2. Frame buffer 64M. Advanced chip setting. Integrated. Let's see if what it says. Nothing. Yeah, it isn't giving too much information on here. Boot. Let me grab my grabbing my test 40 gig drive. I'm doubting this is gonna work. This is probably too old to run this. It's still Windows 10, but I don't think this will run it. I think the way this is installed just isn't gonna work. Ooh, listen to that. So that CPU is getting toasty. So you just turn that off. Yeah, that CPU's got to be toasty. Ooh, nah, that's not too hot. It's hot, but not that hot. Let's see if I got a thing for it. Yeah, I found it right here. Right here, what I'm talking about. This little thermal pad right here that looks really dirty somehow. See, just trying to throw this on here. It's not perfect. Maybe that help a little bit. At least hold the CPU in place. Okay. Plug this guy in. I'll let you see what I'm doing. You can see. But what I did was I stuck that little thermal paste pad on the CPU, and now I am dropping it on there. It's a pad. It's not gonna really do its job, but it's better than nothing, or maybe better than something. Better than nothing, or something. Yeah, I doubt if this drive would actually boot in this system. I think it's gonna be hit the power switch again, power button. And see if it actually will boot off of this 40 gig hard drive. Need to put like a older version of Linux or something on that drive. Okay, we got the beep. Oh, it's a Dell motherboard. I didn't even notice that earlier. Dell motherboard. Okay. F1. See if Windows will actually boot. If it does boot, it probably just blue screen and then that's it. Please wait. Yeah, I like this little power button while we're waiting here. I like this little, I do like this little power button. It came from a case I had. It had no side panels and was pretty beat up. No, I think it had no front panel too. And this was actually, you can see the little clips here. It was clipped onto the top. What's nice is you can, it's got the little covers on it, so you can't, you have to rotate them, and then they kind of lock in right here. They're spring loaded, so they lock in right here. And then you can just hit this. Oh, you missed it. So yeah, it did blue screen. So you see, let's just go and restart PC. Dang. So it seems fine. I just need, I do have a back plate for one, but I don't have the, I do have the back plate for it, but I don't have the little deals that screw on here so you could attach a cooler. Try this again. Yeah, I'm sure it will not boot. Missed it. Wasn't even paying attention, was talking about the button, but that thing is nice for a little test thing. And then I just got it wrapped up around the plastic itself because the cord is pretty long, and a rubber band on there. Price of our band hasn't kind of deteriorated, it just broke. It did have, you know, the power LED light too in here, but I used that because I need it for a case. So now all it has is a power button, the reset button, and a hard drive indicator light, which I guess that light really doesn't matter. You switch it to whatever you want. I don't, you know, like, can't even barely see it anyways, but I do use it, and it's super dim anyway. So, oh, please wait. Please wait. Huh. Is it actually going to start? Huh. Windows 10. So it's booting into Windows 10. Welcome. You can see it says my test because it's my test drive. It's 40 gigs. I don't see what else you're going to do with it. Yeah, you could put in an old retro PC, I guess. I don't know, retro. Put in a PC that's running like XP or something on it, or 7, or even 10, and you don't really want to do too much. Ooh, that pad. Yeah, see, that pad is not working very well. Oh, what the? Where's auto light? Auto adjusting. Man, that's nice. It actually booted up. That's pretty cool. So it's new enough at least to run Windows 10. Who knows how good though? Yeah, it's like, Antivirus. What is this? Microsoft. Microsoft Defender antivirus did not find any threats since the last scan. Well, I'll stab you, Windows. There's a threat. Scan for that one. Oh, that's not a funny joke. That's terrible, dude. You suck. Oh, there it goes. Blue screen. Well, that was nice while it worked. I'm surprised it even booted at all. Like, your device ran into a problem. It could even be this RAM. I don't know if it exactly works, but it did turn on and work. Besides the blue screen, and that could be the drive itself, because this has been tested in tons of computers and not this one. But yeah, it seems good. I don't see any need to fix it besides redoing an OS on it. Maybe I'll try XP. Run an XP on it. Yeah, I might install XP on something and see what it does. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Two motherboards that I received for free that was found in the garbage, and they thought of me. It's perfect. And nice if they thought of me if they found a motherboard that had a nice, 1300K or something in it. Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, we found this $5,000 computer in the trash. We thought of you. You want it? Yeah, I want it. I don't get that lucky. Like, yeah, both motherboards work. One's AMD and one's Intel. Yeah, and sure that other one will not boot off of this drive anyway, too, for sure, because it's an older Pentium that's not going to have the support for certain codecs and stuff out of Windows 10. And I have no cases or nothing to put these in, but I will keep these as backups for something. I don't know what, even just to test power supplies or video cards, because obviously this one does have the slot to test a video card. All I need to do is test it, see if the card shows an image, and then I could put it into a different system and then do drivers and do further testing. At least the system will make sure that the card works and it's not going to damage anything, because that's terrible. You buy a used video card and you set it in a system, and this total system just stops working because the card did something to the board. That usually never happens, but I'd rather have something to test it. And then if a video card is bad and I set it in here and it damages the board somehow, well, that's fine, because this board isn't worth too much to me. It might be worth some money, who knows, but to me it's not. By the time I put it in a case and a power supply and a hard drive, maybe max Windows 7 XP on it, someone looking for an older system. But then I don't have any of the brackets to put on here, the back plate, so then I'd have to find the brackets to put a cooler on it, find a cooler. So then it needs the brackets, a cooler, a hard drive, a power supply, a case. It doesn't really need a back plate, but yeah, it needs everything else. By the time you got everything else, like I could probably just find this computer right here and just buy the whole computer, probably for less than what it would cost me to re-put this back together. Same thing with the other board. Maybe someone will have an older computer that comes to me and like, hey, and this system will work for what they need. Their system's around the same area, same performance wise, and I could just swap their motherboard out with this, obviously. And then if it's AMD, just take their back plate and the bracket and the cooler off theirs, and just let them have this board after putting it in their system. Or if their board's dead and they can't afford really anything else, I can give this, and they're still AMD, use their cooler and stuff, put this in their system at least to get them up and running enough that they can still use a computer for basic stuff. The Pentium 4 system, I doubt if I would ever come in a situation like that, but at least with this system it's going to be a little bit faster than the Pentium 4. Well, I don't know, maybe that's a good Pentium 4. I don't know, maybe this is a terrible CPU. Yeah, but that's all I could see. I could use it for is to test video cards, test power supplies, it's DDR2 memory, even test some monitors. Like I hook a monitor up, but I usually don't need a test system to test a monitor. Yeah, that's all I could see it for. Is testing power supplies and video cards. Obviously, you could fully test a video card on this because even with the first install of Windows and it's booting into it, at least I could put the video card in and test and see if I get an image, kind of like this here. Like I'm getting an image here, and then I know that video card works at least enough without drivers that give me an image. If it's like artifacting, then I know the card's probably bad. And then if the card is bad enough that it actually could damage any other components, well, I'm good, because it's not damaging something that I'm gonna put into a system to sell. I guess that's it. It's probably a pretty long video, 42 minutes. Yeah, both boards work. I don't know where they come from. We do have a lot of people in the building that goes around town and they dig in trash cans and dumpsters and stuff. So maybe this was from a dumpster somewhere else and then they just decided to throw it away. Kind of weird why they would take it out, but they could have pulled it out of a dumpster. I think there's like at least 2 guys here that get a lot, used to get a lot of stuff. I haven't ever bought any from them because they sell to someone else, I guess, that recycles them for the like materials out of it, like the valuable metals that are in the board. Maybe one of them got it and they try to sell the board to the person. The person's like, nah, that's useless to me, I'm not gonna buy it. Yeah, because at a certain point you buy enough garbage from someone that you take some of the stuff and you're like, yeah, I'll take that because this other stuff I can get what I need out of it. But then you get so much, you're like, man, no, like I'm just gonna get this and this because that other stuff you're getting, I'm getting way too much of, and I'm not making any money off of it. That's so much more now that it costs me more, to keep taking. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. The video is way too long as it is. But yeah, thank you for watching. Both garbage board motherboards seem to work. The other one needs new capacitors, and this one seems perfectly fine as long as I put a different OS on it. Okay, thank you for watching.